It's live now.
We're live.
Well, yeah, we are.
All right, y'all. Let's see if this works.
Yeah, it is.
All right, y'all. Let's see what's happening. Is anyone in here? Is anyone in the chat? Can you guys hear me? And if so, let me know.
I love how you're like baffled by how we could do this.
Yeah. We have 11 viewers. Can you guys hear us? What's going on?
How do I?
What's up, Damien?
How do I? Let's go to YouTube. Actually, never mind.
What's up, Damien?
Let me do this.
We can hear you. Yes, they can hear us. It sounds good. What's up, Patrick? What's up, Jeffrey? What's up, M91? What's up, Brian? Truth or Fiction? Justin Hollenbach? Roy? What's going on, everybody? What is going on? We're going to wait for a few people to get in here, but we have an interesting live stream today, so it's going to be a little bit different than usual. I'm not going to be doing any technical analysis, but you guys have seen before how I've been using the Agora Algo in some of my trades. You know, you guys know I'm a big fan of Market Cipher. You know, I use that primarily in my trading strategy, but I've been messing around with this other indicator called the Agora Algo, and I have with me today the creator of this indicator, and he's a really great guy. I've been talking to him for a while, and he's been showing me how things work. And so I figured I'd have him on the channel just to kind of go over how he uses this. He's the creator of this, so we can kind of get inside his mind and see what he's thinking and how he uses this to trade. It's actually a very interesting indicator. So what's going on, Jacob?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, just coming on here real quick to maybe answer some questions, show you what different tools it has to offer, and kind of how I use it and how I teach it. So
that's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you for being here. For those people who might be totally unfamiliar with Agora Algo and who you are, what exactly is your role with Agora Algo?
I'm the everything man. I do basically everything. I am the programmer, the marketer, I am customer support, I'm everything. So yeah, I do it all.
Very cool. So if you could just basically share with us, you know, your vision and how you got into this and what are you trying to achieve with Agora?
So my vision is, well, really to change the way that trading's been done in the past and how it's been taught. So, I mean, I like to think that I take a very ethical approach to all of this. I don't really market it as a holy grail or, you know, a magic money-making machine. I more view this as a set of tools for serious traders. So serious tools for serious traders is what I like to say. And that's kind of my goal. My goal is to, you know, eventually make my own platform, make my own educational courses that are free to everybody, so you don't have to pay for courses, and really just teach people everything that is useful. You know, there's a lot of information on the internet that really just isn't useful, and not all of it's not useful, but there's a lot of things that can confuse new traders. So that's kind of my goal. My goal is to really just make a very seamless, straightforward way to get into the markets, teach basic technical analysis, and then provide the necessary tools that we've created to our customers and people who want to come into our service, and then be able to kind of just jump straight into it. That's kind of my goal. So I'm not selling a dream or anything like that. That's not how we operate. You'll never hear me say you're gonna make money. You'll never hear me say, you know, this is the perfect indicator. That's just not how I roll. So
that's cool, man. So the first thing I notice, and I think the first thing a lot of people notice when they pull up the algorithm, is these buy and sell signals. So is this a buy and sell indicator? It's just telling you when to buy and when to sell?
it is absolutely not. At least that's not how I intended it to be used, and that's not how I teach people to use it. So as you can see right now, it doesn't actually say buy and sell anymore. I've changed what it says now. And on Sunday, when we are giving access again to the indicator, it's not going to say this. It's not going to say buy and sell anymore, simply because I don't even want to give off even the slightest message that you can just come into my service and buy when it says buy and sell when it says sell. That's not how it works. It's not how it was designed to work. And that's why there's extra tools in the system. There wouldn't be extra tools in the system if that was what it was intended or how it was intended to be used. So no, that is not how it's meant to be used.
So if it's not really a buy or sell, then how is it meant to be used? So what makes this indicator, work? If we're not buying and selling when it says to buy and sell, how would you use this?
So like I said, you are supposed to put all the tools that we offer together in Confluence in your own sort of way to make it work. Now, we do offer strategies that I've created personally and some of our community members have created personally that you can use with it that does work, and they have been proven to work. But if you wanted to mess around, maybe create your own autonomous bots using alerts, you could do that. So, we've basically given you all the tools you need to be successful, and you the user can kind of do whatever the heck you want with it. If you want to create an autonomous bot, you can create an alert for really anything, across of the take profit levels. You can alert when there's a very bullish signal, a normal bullish signal. You can alert when the pullback chance is too high. You can kind of alert all this, put it all together into like webhooks using a third-party software such as like 3 Commas. And if you really wanted to, you can automate it in some sort of way. Like, we have people that have done that and they're making quite a bit of money. We also have FTMO traders that are using the strategy that I teach personally, and they're making very consistent gains. And we have verified accounts in our Discord server of those people, those individuals that have posted that. So if you don't know what FTMO is, it's basically funding for serious traders. That's kind of their slogan too, funding for serious traders. And you can get anywhere up to $100,000, depending on the actual company. Sometimes they even offer like $1 million if you're able to complete a challenge. And their challenges are pretty ruthless, but if you're good enough, you can complete it and you can get funded a pretty significant amount of money. And we have like about 3 to 8 people in our service that are actually FTMO traders that are using the strategy that I teach and are using this indicator. So something that I'm pretty excited to be able to say. But
right. So I'm getting some questions here in the chat. People are basically saying, it looks like it's telling you when to buy and sell. Someone says,
no,
Mega Skater.
See, that's that.
It's saying
I understand.
If it's green and red.
Yep. I understand what he's saying.
If it's green and red as an indication, then it's basically saying to buy and sell. So if I was a new trader and I'm coming into the Agora Algo for the first time, what am I going to be looking for? How am I going to trade this? As somebody who's new to technical analysis, I might know support and resistance. I might know trend lines. How is this indicator actually going to help me trade?
Absolutely. And just real quick, I want to answer their, their, I guess, obligation or concern. So I do understand how there are a lot of other services and indicators that are doing something similar where they do have these candles that are being colored. Okay. But my intentions behind the candles being colored are for a different intention. All right. So when I'm saying, when the candles are green, I'm not saying, hey, buy right when it turns green. What I'm saying is, hey, the trend is bullish right now, and that's being labeled in green, and you are able to buy at any point within this range. That's the difference. So the intention is not, you shouldn't be looking at this and saying, okay, yeah, because it's all green, this is a buy signal. No. You can buy up here. You can buy here. You can buy here. It doesn't matter where you are in the green. You can buy as long as everything else is in confluence and you've done your analysis properly.
Okay, I got you. So then you're basically saying if it's green, it says you're looking to buy.
Absolutely.
Perhaps, and if it's red, you're looking to sell. It's not necessarily telling you buy here, sell here.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just after all, it's a trend indicator. So yeah, you're obviously not going to want to buy just based off of a simple trend analysis. You're going to want to have a lot of other factors involved. But being able to color them green like this is just offering you a much easier visual factor that makes it simple to understand where the trend is right now. And we have made this trend indicator, I can't say it's the best. That's not ethical for me to say, but it is definitely not a simple methodology. It's doing a lot more. It's able to capture longer trends. Like I guess I'm kind of comparing it to like a simple crossover type thing. But yeah, like I said, the intentions are not for you to buy here and sell here. That would be unethical for me to say. If that were the case, I mean, why wouldn't you just automate it, right? I mean,
right. Just put it into a bot
Yeah, exactly.
and then have it go automatically. So, I get a lot of questions about this when I pull it up. I have it on my charts from time to time to help me with support and resistance. But do you think you could walk us through a few different strategies that somebody who's new to trading would use? Like, if I was brand new and I'm really excited to get into trading and I get this indicator, where would you start? Where would you start if you were going to trade right now? What do you have? What chart is pulled up right here?
We have the EUR JPY. There are a few things you can do. So,
okay, yeah,
what?
yeah. Walk us through it.
Yeah, like
I was going to ask if you could pull up a different asset, but yeah, walk us through it. Do your thing.
sure. Yeah, give me a sec. So, so we have this tool called the HPB levels, and this in and of itself, it's its own little algorithm, I guess you could say, and you can really use these by themselves. You don't even have to have any of these signals for say. And these are really good for scalping. So, I mean, I can even go back on the chart here and play it back, and you can kind of see how price reacts to these levels. Let's do that real quick. It's pretty interesting to be able to see. You can come up through a little system just by using these levels. So let's play it and see what happens. So you can see that, like, you see how the price is reacting directly with these levels. You see this?
Yeah, look at that.
So you can come up with a pretty neat little scalping strategy using these levels just in and of themselves. Which is why they were designed.
So
we originally wanted to make a nice little signal mode based off these levels, but my goal behind this kind of whole indicator is to separate all the puzzle pieces so the user can put the puzzle pieces together themselves. And it also, in doing that, it helps with autonomous purposes. So if you did want to automate something and you're on a little way, having it separated makes it much easier, because then they could kind of take whatever piece of the puzzle they want and put it together however they want. So that's kind of why it's like this. That's why I kind of refrained from making a signal mode based off of these levels and just kind of left it bland and let you do whatever you want with it. But you can see how price is reacting to these levels like almost perfectly.
Right, it is very interesting. And does this work with Bitcoin? Does this work with crypto?
Yeah, it works with anything. It's doing mathematical analysis. It's actually, some levels won't actually even be an existing level. It actually is able to predict, I guess you could say, future levels. Like if we're at all-time highs right now, it'll actually plot some levels on the chart that aren't actually levels that you can go back and see, and they still are pretty freaking accurate, in my opinion. I wonder if there's anything that's at an all-time high right now we could look at, but yeah, we can go on crypto. It work on crypto too. It is.
Yeah, can we pull up Bitcoin or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's gonna work pretty much the same across the board. So let's go back on the Bitcoin chart, I guess. You want to do Bitcoin?
Yeah, Bitcoin, Ethereum,
Oh,
some high cap crypto that a lot of people trade.
My chart just froze. Oops. Okay.
People are asking how to get this indicator.
So right now you can sign up for a service right now and you'll get access on Sunday. And I know it's unfortunate, but right now we are dealing with some issues with TradingView because we were teaching people to trade using Heikin-Ashi candles, and unfortunately, upon the request, we need to stop doing that. We need to use normal candles from now on, simply because Heikin-Ashi has been used in the past to mislead traders, and they just don't want to take any risk, of, I guess, their platform being tarnished by a possible vendor like myself. So we're just complying with them. We're remaking all of our videos to comply with the request using normal candles. And that's why we're on normal candles right now. If it weren't for that, I would be using Ashis, but yeah, and we're not able to give you guys access till Sunday. But to accommodate for that, we're doing a 14-day free trial, so you can sign up now and then use all of our other stuff.
So you get 2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks free.
You can sign up now, get access to all of our other stuff. So we have like trading analysts in our server. Those guys have like an 85 to 90% win rate on their scalping option signals. You can see all the results in there. I know it sounds crazy, but you can go look yourself. We have also a crypto analyst in there that also gives crypto plays, more like swings. And we also have like market scanners, options flow data if you're an options trader. And you can kind of take advantage of those perks for this week until Sunday comes and we're able to provide you access. And then you'll also have that 7 days originally for the next week following. So, and we also are offering a 40% off right now just to accommodate for that.
Nice. Very cool. Now, you have some strategies that you outline, because I've had this for a while, and I watched your videos where you kind of outline a strategy you use using like support and resistance levels and trend lines and a combination of the buy and sell.
Yep. Yeah.
You mind walking people through that just so they can see?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's just play this Bitcoin chart real quick and then we'll do that.
Sure.
Let's enable this again. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Boom. All right. So you can see it's reacting to these levels pretty significantly. There's these little tiny levels too. You can see they're the weakest levels, so they hold the less precedence, but they're there. There's little orange dot lines. Probably hard to see on the stream, to be honest, but. Yeah, you can see it's just been bouncing off that. Here it goes again. Went for a retest, so it broke through, retested it, moved down again. That's a typical move in the market, retests.
Wow, so yeah, it looks like we're hitting those levels pretty well. What time frame is this?
This is the 1 hour. We can go on it even works on the 1 minute, so we can go to 1 minute just so you can see that it does work intraday. Obviously, it's probably not going to be as respected as the 1 hour, but it's still fairly similar. So why am I freezing though? What's going on?
It tends to happen if you're live, you will freeze.
But this has never happened before, dude. I have a monster PC. This is like an internet browser. I could have like 100 of these open.
Switcher wants to know, he says, so in other words, it's predicting. The indicator's predicting what's going to happen.
Yes, it is. It is taking certain levels and certain confluences on multiple different time frames, and then it is outputting those levels and also predicting future levels on the other side of the spectrum. So yeah, it is predicting in a way, yeah. All right, let's start it from here. So we're on the 1 minute right now. Let's see. All right, let's see. Moment of truth.
Yeah, let's take a look at this.
Yep. Oh, there it goes. Break retest again. You see that? Break retest. Typical move. If you see a heavy level, break. A lot of times it'll come back for a retest and then it'll continue down or continue in the direction that it broke. Typical entry. That's what I was doing on the live stream the other day. I was just simply doing break retests. Every time they broke a level, I was like 5 for 7 on the live stream. Some dude made like 50K in that stream. It was crazy. I don't know who it was, but.
And you have a live stream where you're just like showing people your trades?
Yeah, the one that's on YouTube that you actually found me from, I believe. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh.
Sometimes, when I'm bored, I just go in there and I just start calling out plays for people.
Interesting, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen you do that, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we were 5 for 7. I called out 5 and 5 of them were winners. Oh, sorry. I called out 7 and 5 of them were winners, and we only had like. They were all using leverage. Some dude made 400%. It's crazy. I don't recommend doing that. I'm not saying that's like a typical thing, but he pulled it off somehow.
But it can be done. It can be done.
Yeah, I mean, I would never risk that much, though. I mean, he did have stop losses, so he was playing it very safe. I was telling people where to put their stop losses. I was telling them where to move them dynamically based on where price was going, and it was working really well. So, So yeah.
Nice. This is cool to watch. It just
Yeah, you can come up with
you
really any sort of strategy. Like, I mean, obviously this just broke
right.
miner, but
Now, of course, in hindsight, it's easy to see,
absolutely,
the moves
yes,
that we would have
absolutely,
made,
yeah,
like, oh, it hit the line, but there's a lot of times where it doesn't hit the line and where you would have gotten stopped out.
absolutely. That's why you
So,
have to like kind of take into considerations. I understand that, but my obligation to that statement is if you know what you're doing and you know how to backtest, you can get around that problem by simply just making sure. Like for example, if right here, if this move right here where it came down and hit this level, let's say you decided you wanted to enter a long right here. Let's see. Obviously, when you're doing your back testing, you need to know exactly where your stop losses and take profits are going to be before like it's easy for me to say, okay, yeah, sure, it bounced, went up, cool, right? But in real time, where your stop loss is going to be, right? Are they going to be right underneath it? If that were the case, yeah, that would be a loser, right? Because it was right underneath it, and that would have been a loss. But maybe if your stop loss was like at the previous level, or maybe halfway between the previous level, maybe you would have won that one. So when you're doing back testing, you need to actually know where you're going to exit and enter, and then it actually is pretty reliable, unlike what everyone says.
right. Right. So we have a question in here from Megaskaters11. Shout out to Megaskaters11, an OG in the live streams.
Nice.
So Megaskater says the indicators shown here are the blue, orange, and red levels? Question mark. I'm a little confused.
Yes. So these are very strong levels on the chart where a lot of action is likely to happen, right? I mean, if you know about support and resistance, they are places where a lot of action happens. Usually either the price reverses there or it breaks out, and then a lot of volume pumps in to the market, and the price will usually jump a lot after it breaks. So they're labeled differently. So the heavy resistance or the heavy levels have the highest, I guess, strength. They're the ones that can be expected to I guess hold more than like a minor or more than these small little lines. They're basically just graded differently depending on where price is according to them, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like for example, if this price moves above this heavy resistance, there's a good chance that it may turn into a minor support rather than a heavy support, simply because, in my personal opinion, based on how I programmed it, if the price breaks a heavy, in my opinion, it's more likely that the level is going to not hold, at least based on where price is in this instance. Like if price were to come up, break this heavy resistance, in my opinion, it's more likely to come back down, back into the zone. So
right. Now, when I pull this thing up, I've got a lot of different things in here. I've got trend lines, support and resistance lines. I've got the take profit levels. I've got the buy sell signals.
Yep.
How would you incorporate all this together?
Yeah. So
do you have a specific strategy to do that, or do you just trade one thing at a time? Like you're only going to do support and resistance, or you're only going to do trend lines?
No, I do have a strategy, yeah, that I've been using with HA candles, but I'm trying to kind of build onto it differently now and incorporate it into just a normal candle. So, but we'll go over some examples. So I usually apply the reactor, the support and resistance lines, and the trend lines, so both of them, and trend mode. I only use trend mode, and I leave everything on. Well, actually, I changed trend mode to 12 after using normal candles. And then what chart was I on? Let's go back to 4x. Dude, this is lagging so bad. Holy cow. URJPY. Let's go in like a 1 hour or something. Let's get out of this. So what I'll do is I'll use like really all the tools together, and the way I like to explain it is I'm basically just trading between the lines with the trend, right? So if we're in a bullish trend, as it can be seen here, we're only looking for buys. If we're in a bearish trend, we're only looking for sells. And obviously, when it says very bearish, you have a higher likelihood of whatever decision you make to actually go in your favor. But personally, I use all of the signals or all of the trend signals that happen. I don't really I don't only like use the very ones or I use all of them. So, but basically, the way I like to explain it is you're trading between the lines. So, for example, right here, the first thing I look out for is a signal. So if we get like a bullish signal, for example, like right here, what I'll do is first check to see if there are any lines or like resistances close to it that may block price and have the move go against me. So that's my first step. And in this case right now, the next, I guess, level you could see right here is this purple line right here. So in my opinion, there's plenty of room for it to run to actually make a significant move for me to make some profit. So I'm okay with that, and I feel safe. And then what I do after that is I go long. So I would long right here, right after the bullish change came in, and I'd set my stop loss either on the previous low if we don't have a line being shown, or just below or behind that previous level. So like, for example, if there was a purple line down here, like let's just say, for example, if there was a purple line, like maybe here or something, I would put my stop loss just behind it. And that's just so I could take advantage of the market, because I know that if the price were to come back down to that level, there's a really good chance that it's going to bounce and reverse back upwards. So I'm just basically putting the probability and the odds in my favor. Now, obviously, if it breaks, it's going to hit my stop loss, and I'm okay with risking a little bit extra just to have those better odds, and that's what I do. And the same thing goes for my take profit. So my take profit is usually right before the next level. So we can see that there's a level right here. So I set my take profit just before that next level. And once again, I do that just to kind of increase my odds, because, this is a robot. So, these lines may not be to the absolute pixel perfect. So I'm just giving the market a little bit of room in case it maybe comes up, bounces like right next to my take profit level, and then comes back down. And in doing this, I'm able to increase my profitability. And that's kind of what I do all over the charts. So for example, right here, we get a very bearish signal, and I don't really see any lines there. Actually, here we go. When I zoomed out, there is one. Let me see if we can get any more here. Nope, that's it. I just froze again. What the heck? Whoa, dude, what's going on? Dude, I'm like totally frozen right now. There we go. Okay.
Sorry, man.
So yeah, this very bearish signal right here, I would have honestly taken it. I don't really, personally, I would have set my own level right here just because this is a pivot point and it didn't really plot on the chart. Unfortunately, I can't catch them all. Even though I'm writing an algorithmic system, it can't plot all of them. But we're just gonna go with what the algorithm is plotting, just as if you were a beginner coming in and you didn't have to do anything. So I would have taken this signal. I would have went short here because I looked at the chart. There was nothing blocking it, at least in hindsight. And I would have set my stop loss right above this line. So my stop loss is here. My take profit would be right here. And as you can see, it didn't hit. And we would have gotten out right here for, it looks like, a small little loss right here. So you can't win them all. It's not 100% win rate. Anybody telling you that is lying. But I would actually take another trade right here. So we get a buy signal. I'm doing my analysis, right? First thing I check for is if there's a line or a resistance in front of it. And there is. So I'm not going to...
Those lines, Jacob, someone wants to know, do you have to put those in?
No.
How did you get those?
It's a tool with an algorithm. It automatically plots them for you. So you don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is just simply scroll out and then scroll back in. And then they'll be on the chart. So, but for example, right here, I wouldn't take this one immediately simply because there is a resistance right above it. And there's a good chance, that the odds aren't in my favor and this thing might reverse. So what I do is I speculate and I wait for the next break, I guess. So I'm waiting for the price to actually break above this on a closed candle. So for example, right here, as soon as this doji comes in, the body of the candle has broken cleanly above the level, and it makes me, and now I'm confident that I can, I basically do my analysis again. So now I'm looking again, and I'm looking for the next level above that. So the next level is right here, and there's plenty of room for it to run. So I feel pretty confident in being able to take this trade. And what I'll do here again, same thing as before, put my stop loss just below the previous level in case, it comes down a little bit. I don't want to get stopped out. And I put my take profit just before the next level. And as you can see, this was another winning trade. And, if you keep doing this over time, over and over again, it works. We did have a loser here, but it was very minimal, right? And as long as your losers are smaller than your winners and you win more than you lose, you're going to make money over time. And that's all trading is. It's just a probability game. So
this is basically showing you a whole bunch of indications, and you're looking for confluence
yes,
between them.
Exactly.
And that's how you're going to enter the trade. So you're not just looking for one thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not just looking for one thing. That would be not possible. You can't do that in trading. No.
Right.
And this is the strategy that the FTMO traders that are in our service are doing. They're literally doing exactly what I'm explaining right now. There's no difference.
And what are those for people who don't know?
FTMO traders?
Yes.
Well, so FTMO is, we'll actually go to their website just so you can kind of see what it is. Free advertisement for them, I guess.
And so they're actually using your algorithm to trade.
Well, not this company, no. So basically, this is a separate company that does their own thing, right? And what they do is they offer funding, so money, to traders that can complete their challenges and meet their prerequisites, right? And that's their whole business model. Their whole business model is just simply letting professional traders trade their money to make them more money. Right. And they give you like a certain amount of capital based on whatever I guess you qualify for, and they split the profits with you. You keep 70%, and then they keep 30%. So it's in their best interest and your best interest. They're helping you get funded, have a higher equity count, and they're basically doing nothing and making free money. And that's what this is. So, and we have traders that are doing this with this company using our software. So this company is not using our software, but some of our traders in our service, some of our traders in our service have completed this challenge or are still working on this challenge and are actually completing it using the strategy that I teach. So
very interesting.
That's kind of my goal, is to build real serious traders. None of this like, I guess, bullshit that's all over the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. So, Alex, no, this is not pre-recorded.
You want me to snap so they know it's not?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So, and this is an algorithm in and of itself, but can it be used with other indicators that people like to use?
Yeah. So,
like
one of the FTMO traders that is using our software uses some other indicators in confluence with it. So he'll add, something like the RSI, right? Something to filter out overbought, oversold conditions, just to kind of get that extra confirmation. And I don't personally do this, but if you're trading on a higher time frame, it may be useful. You may be able to filter out better trades, right? So obviously, if the RSI was just overbought and then you get a bearish signal, so you just got a confirmation that the trends just changed, you are going to have a higher likelihood of your analysis working out and being right, simply because a lot of traders do actually make decisions in the market when the RSI is overbought. So you're going to have even more volume, even more action, I guess you could say, based on that.
Right. I know that I've been using this. Alex wants to know, how's Jay sending messages and speaking at the same time? Jay, usually I'm the one controlling the screen, but right now Jacob is controlling the screen, so I can be here in the chat. But I've been using this algo. I've been using it along with Market Cipher, for the past, few weeks, and I found a lot of confluence between Market Cipher and this algo, and I know that you can trade this algo in and of itself, but it's been like another layer to my trading, which has been really helpful, especially since it has so many features. It does have the support and resistance lines, which are helpful. Can you tell us a little bit about what is that giant moving average looking line that's changing from green to purple, and how does that play into your trading strategy?
It's a form of like moving average cloud that I've created, and I've kind of sized it according to how I want, because I've noticed certain things happen in that little cloud range, right? So it's nothing like super crazy or super like, it's not some, you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to like, I guess, make it sound like it's better than it is, but it's really just something that I've customized perfectly for my strategy. The cloud is the perfect size to show you where you shouldn't be trading. Like, I would not be trading in this zone right here at all until there was a candle cleanly below it. And the cloud just helps me know, when there's a true break, I guess you could say, a true break of that of the trend, I guess you
Consolidation
could say.
area.
Yeah, it's like it's a consolidation area, caution area, a zone that I just don't consider taking trades, and it's also a zone where I will place my my take profits near and my stop losses near. So I guess you could think of it as another support and resistance line, but just dynamic, and it's like a zone, I guess you could say. So
Is it kind of like Ichimoku? A
I
little bit?
don't personally use
No.
Ichimoku. I've seen it before. It's very simple how it works. It's nothing crazy. So
Right. And then so yeah, this is really cool. So are there any other features in here that you want to show or explain? I know there's some bands. There's
well,
like
we have different
support
modes
resistance
too. So
bands.
like you know, we do
Yeah,
we do have
walk us through
our
some of those
we do
modes.
have the trend mode, right? And it's very straightforward and very transparent, right? You know, like I said before earlier in the session, like my goal is to be as transparent as possible. I'm not gonna like try to mask, you know, what I have here and make it seem like it's better than it is. You know, like I'm not gonna like I said, it's not some money making machine. So we obviously have a trend mode. It identifies the trends for you, right? In the best methodology that I've found. And we also have a range mode, and it does the opposite. It's a mean reversion type of strategy, right? So it does the opposite of what a trend does. It tries to predict when a trend will reverse. So you can see that the signals or the labels actually come before the trend reverses, whereas the trend mode obviously is a lagging form of indication, and the signals will come after the trend has reversed. So you can actually apply them both on the chart, and some people even come up with their own little strategies just using these as well. They may enter on a trend signal, right? And then they may enter on a range signal, right? So they may enter on this bearish signal, you know, obviously checking everything else, making sure there's no lines in the way, no supports, and then they might enter or exit on this bullish signal.
So basically, there's a pre-signal that's
Yes.
telling you, hey,
And obviously,
something's-
yeah, absolutely. And it's obviously not always going to be correct because we are attempting to predict, right, when a reversal is going to happen. So, you know, you can see like right here, it did in fact get a signal out there before it reversed, well, or pulled back, you could say. It didn't actually reverse completely. It pulled back. But it's not always going to be right. So you have to take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? You want to use it with in confluence with other indicators, other tools that we offer. It's not something you can just load up on the chart, I guess, sell and buy at every single bearish and bullish signal and make money. You gotta
right.
once
There's
again,
tools in the
yeah,
toolbox.
tools in the toolbox. So like I said, the way that we like to explain this is just that this system, this set of tools is a necessary set of tools to be in your arsenal to be a serious and successful trader. That's really all it is. And I live by that, and so do a lot of our customers. They think it's phenomenal, and you know the way we teach it and the way that we're transparent about everything helps. So
Right. And you guys do a lot of training on the website. Like I watched through some of your videos, you know, where you show strategies and different things like that. And also within the Discord, you actually have signals in there, right?
yeah, so in the Discord server, there are like market scanners / notifications for these signals, and obviously those
So
are not meant to be.
They're basically they're telling you that the algorithm is showing,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
a potential entry.
Like maybe, yeah, potential entry. Yeah. So if you get a signal in our Discord server, you can obviously go to the charts, do your quick analysis. It doesn't take long to do the analysis, guys. It's not like super hard. You just load up the simple tools, take a quick look at it, do what I showed you, and that's it. You know, then you place your trade. But that's what the purpose of them is for. And we also have other things in our service, not just the software. We offer, like I said, trading analysts. We have crypto analysts. We have 2 options analysts. And we also have another options analyst, a third one that does spreads rather than like naked call options. But we also have options flow
Right.
data. So, you know, options flow by itself usually costs like $75 a month just to have as an individual. And you're getting basically all of this for $87 a month, right? It's pretty good deal.
Right,
I would say.
$87 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you know, that is really cheap. if you're
Yeah,
using
if you're
this, you can
using,
really make a lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
money.
of course. If you're using all the everything we have to offer together, you're getting a really, really great deal. But if you're just using the software, still a pretty good deal, I would say. If you're making good use of it, I mean, if you're making money and it works for you, then I mean, I don't really think that you can really put a price
Yeah.
on something, right?
Right. I mean, I've paid a lot of money for some indicators in the past, and some of them have paid for themselves. Um, you know, definitely, Market Cipher paid for itself. This has been helping me a lot. Like I've been using the support and resistance levels definitely for little scalp trades, and I've been winning a lot of trades. Using some of these indicators. Markel Fowler wants to know if these indicators are strong. Are they stronger on higher time frames? So if you're trading,
Well,
the 4 hours, that's
so I understand. I get the question, and I'm gonna explain it probably in a way that no one else ever has. All right. So, like I said, we educate people here at Agora, right? We're not just like throwing you a software, selling you a dream, right? And I teach you all this stuff. Okay. And my answer to that question is probably different than you've heard. I don't really think that there's a specific answer for that. I think that a better question you should be asking yourself is this: what time frame are most people looking at? Because the market moves based on what people are doing in the market. And if most people are looking at the 1 hour chart over the 1 minute chart, then you could probably expect that these levels are going to be more accurate on those higher time frames or whatever time frame that most people are trading on. Because if you have 100,000 people that are looking at this same line on the 1 hour chart, but you only have 100 people that are looking at, a line on the 1 minute chart, well, there's your answer. The reason why that the one on the 1 hour chart is better than the one on the 1 minute chart is simply because there's more people respecting it. So
right.
my answer to you would be like, I would say probably the 1 day, 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, all the main ones that you hear about all over YouTube, everywhere that everyone's using, the most common ones are going to be the ones that are going to be the most respected. And all these weird ones like the
The 24
minute, 3 minute, like no one's looking at those charts. That's what I'm trying to say. No one is looking at the 24 minute
I'm
chart.
looking at that chart. I love the 24-minute, but I know.
But you know what I'm saying, right? Like most
Yeah, I know what
most
you're
people
saying.
aren't looking at those charts, so you shouldn't expect it to be more respected.
Right. Right. Okay. Thank you for answering that. So we have a question in the chat that wants to know, according to the Agora Algo, what will Bitcoin do in the near future?
Okay,
What
and
can
I've
we-
answered this before as well.
what's-
So this is the honest truth. All right, from a technical standpoint, I truly believe it is impossible to predict future price. Like, I don't think it's possible for you to predict an actual price or an actual direction before it's happened. I think you need some sort of data. I think you need something to actually like back that up. And so what I tell people is this: rather than focusing on what something is going to do, why don't you just take advantage of where the price is at? For example, that's why I would use these supply and demand levels, support and resistance lines, because rather than us, we don't know if the price is going to come back down to this line. We have no idea. But if it does, we do know that there's going to be a lot of action that's going to happen in that area. We know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be opening and closing orders in that area. So rather than focusing on or trying to figure out where it's going to go, just rather take advantage of where it's at, is what I'm trying to say. So I have no idea. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to be. But what I can tell you is that I'm going to be taking advantage of it. Wherever it is, I'm going to take advantage of it. I don't care if it goes to 100K. I don't care. I don't know where it's going to go, but wherever it's at, I can take advantage of what it's doing, by having proper timing, proper risk management.
Right. We have a question in here. Will it show 1 day support and resistance lines on a 1 hour time frame?
Yes. In the new update on Sunday, I'm going to add an option where you can do that. You can actually make it so you can come into the settings here and choose exactly which time frame that you want it to, I guess, pull the data from. So yes, on Sunday, when you do get access, that will be in there.
Okay, yeah. And just to recap, so how can people get this, and what's the deal with what's happening right now? Because there's more people in here now than when we first started.
Oh, okay, yeah. So right now we're dealing with some stuff with TradingView. They have temporarily removed our ability to give people access because they're kind of moving this sort of campaign on their platform where they're not allowing vendors such as ourselves to display indicators using Heikin-Ashi candles. So these candles right here. And we completely agree with that because they can be misleading. I'm sure you've seen indicators that are doing this. They're using these to make their signals look like they're more accurate than they actually are. These candles actually aren't pulling or aren't actually displaying real market price. They're skewed prices. They're calculated very differently. So we have to remake all of our content, all of our videos, and on Sunday they're gonna revoke our ban or our ability. They're gonna allow us to actually give you guys access. But until then, we're just working on updates and working on complying with their requests. So that's why you guys have to wait till Sunday. But to accommodate for that, we have offered a 40% coupon code right now for your first order. So if you sign up before Sunday, you get 40% off your first order, your first month, or actually any plan you choose. And instead of 7 days, you get 14 days. So if you sign up anytime before Sunday, you're getting 14 days instead of 7 free, which will give you the ability to actually check out the rest of our perks, like our analysts and all that stuff. So if you wanted to jump into it right now, you could, or you could just wait till Sunday. It's completely up to you.
Is it simple to cancel the subscription? Like if somebody doesn't like it?
Yep. All you do is just go to our website, agoraalgo.com, click login, log into your account. Well, I'm actually already logged in here, I think. Yeah, I am. Go to the menu, go to subscriptions. And if you had a subscription, there would be an option that would say disable auto renew. Simple as that. Disable auto renew and you won't be charged.
That's great. So, and you are offering a 10% discount for people who are watching from this channel, correct?
Yes, you can get 10%.
So guys, I'm going to put a link in here and you can get 10% off if you use the coupon code Jason Casper. And I'll put that in the chat as well. But this is a really great opportunity, Jacob, and I think it's really great of you to offer the free trial. Because
sorry, continue.
It gives people an idea of whether or not this is something they want to use. So I've paid for indicators in the past and realized, man, these suck. And one of the things I really liked about Agora was that you let me try it for 7 days, and now you're offering 14 days. So I got to mess around with it before I decided that I wanted to keep it.
Yeah, and I think something that's important, or at least I would like you guys to keep in mind, is that this isn't just, we're not just a vendor. We're trying to do much bigger projects. Eventually we want to come out with our own autonomous, our own autonomous, I guess, solution that's completely automated. We want to branch our own platform. We want to do all of this stuff. We want to basically create an all-in-one one-stop shop for trading. So signing up, you're not only, I guess, getting an indicator, you're basically supporting the project, and you're going to also have royalty access to, I guess, everything we have to come out with. It's not like we come out with something and you're going to have to pay for another thing. No, it's an all-inclusive membership. You're part of the family as soon as you're in. You know what I'm saying? So
right, that's really cool, and I really like what you guys are doing. Well, it's pretty much just you. I really like your vision and what you're doing and how you kind of want to change basically the whole industry, and really help traders trade.
Yeah, if we can teach people good things, only the right things, keep things simple, give them the right tools, I just don't see what can go wrong. I mean, obviously not everybody's gonna make money, right? That's just not, that's an impossible statistic, but that should be the goal, right? I mean, that's my goal. My goal is to make the process as simple as possible, teach everyone what they need to know, and try my best to build serious traders with serious tools.
I really, I do appreciate you coming on here, Jacob. We have another question in the chat. I don't know if you want to go here. If you don't want to comment, that's okay. But people want to know, how does this compare to Vision? And, is this the same thing? If you don't want to talk about that, I totally get it.
This is not the same thing. I couldn't really tell you in terms of what they have to offer. I have heard of the name, but I don't really do any snooping. Like, I don't really go and do all that stuff. But what I can say is, I mean, I think that I think that we have completely different visions. I mean, it kind of seems like, in my opinion, right? Don't take what I say for fact, but in my opinion, I feel like we have a much different vision, and we're taking a very different approach to this.
You have a much different vision than vision.
Yeah, I believe we do. It may not be true, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. So, personally, I have used Vision, and I like the Agora Algo much better. It has way more features, and I can find a lot more confluence with the strategy that I already use, which primarily I just trade using basic TA and market cipher, and this really helps me with my TA big time.
They actually were
Christopher.
they actually were
Well,
saying that our service was garbage, to some of their members. So I don't know. I highly disagree with that. I don't think that was the right thing to say. I don't know. I don't really say anything bad about any other services because simply I just don't really know about them. Like, it's not my place. So
right.
I don't know. I think we have different visions, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Christopher, you want to know about the course? I am offering a course. If you want to sign up for that, there's only 50 slots available. But if you want to sign up for that, you can shoot me an email. I dropped it in the chat. I'll drop it in again. Let's see. Are there any more questions here?
Yeah, but do we want to just do a quick little Q&A, I guess question thing, so people can...
Yeah, let's do a Q&A, guys. If you guys have any questions for Jacob, put them in the chat. I'm gonna put my email in here.
Oh, can I say one more thing on that question though?
Sure.
I regarding Vision, Algo, and any other services out there, I have, despite what they said about our service, I have, nothing bad to say. I don't, these services probably have really good intentions. I have no reason to believe that they don't. So I am in no way downplaying them. I actually would recommend that you at least give it a try. So, you should try everything out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to try this, guys. It's free for 14 days.
I was talking about other services. There's no reason why, there's no... yeah, what I'm trying to say is, I have nothing bad to say about anybody either. You know what I'm saying? So he asked me which one's better. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. I believe in my product,
okay,
though, if that answers your question.
That's good. So we do have some questions in here. Antonio wants to know, how easy is this to understand and learn before you can start trading? Is it fairly straightforward to understand and apply?
Yeah. So as soon as you sign up, it's funny. I keep saying that, we try to be really transparent. Literally after you sign up, you're going to be redirected to a thank you page where I basically give you a quick disclaimer telling you, blah, 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 this is not some money-making machine. And then there's actually another page after that walks you through how to get set up. So it's going to be a video of my face talking to you, face to face, going through exactly how you can get integrated into our Discord server, exactly, how to navigate our education, all that stuff. And then after you watch that video, there's one more page after that. It's a third page that shows you how to get access on TradingView. Which obviously won't be till Sunday, but you can still follow the steps. So that way, when we do give access, it'll be automatic. And then you can go to our education page, which we call the Academy, and you can learn anything. We have 4 sections. One section is regarding trading basics. So you learn basics of technical analysis, why trading is appealing, blah, 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 risk management, all the necessary things that you need to know. And there's also a section about the algorithm
all included.
too. Yeah, it's all free. Actually, you don't have to sign up to watch all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. You can watch that stuff. You can actually watch all the videos before you sign up, if you want.
That's really great.
There's another section about our Discord server, another one about the algorithm itself and some strategies we've created and developed, and then a 4th one just going over some frequently asked questions. So you're gonna get, as long as you are willing to do some work, guys, you're gonna get onboarded and you're gonna hopefully learn something. And I truly believe you can learn something here. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely learned a lot just by watching the videos on the website, for sure. I mean, you can never stop learning, right?
Yeah, even myself, man, I learn stuff every day. That's actually why I'm in that stream calling out stuff, because I like to practice, you're always developing.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. So we have a question here. What market does this work best in?
Well, it works in any market, right? It's a tool for any type of trader. It just depends on how you use it. The way you use it is going to be different for every market, right? So obviously this is a trend, or well, if you're using trend mode, obviously it's better at capturing trends. So you would, if you're going to do less analysis and stick more to just the signals themselves, which I don't recommend, you're going to want to look for volatile markets like crypto. So I would say that trend mode works really, really well in crypto because crypto is so volatile. And trend indicators or trend based strategies typically work the best in volatile markets. Um, and in Forex, Forex is not really that volatile. So you're going to be relying more on either range mode from a signal standpoint or, basically the strategy that I just went over, trading between all the lines because it's not very volatile. You're not going to be able to really capitalize on um, from a trend-based standpoint. You're going to have to capitalize from a mean reversion-based standpoint.
Right. Another question in here is
Agora or Market Safer. Couldn't tell you. I have no idea about what that is.
there's a little a little weird thing going on in the chat here. So is this specifically tailored to certain assets or time frames? We kind of already went over that, Christoph. No, it can be used for anything. It's very versatile, extremely versatile. So Christoph, if you just got in here, you can actually check it out. It won't be available until Sunday because of something that's happening with TradingView, but you will be able to get a 14-day trial. And if you use the link in the description of this video and use that discount code in there, you can get 10% off your first order as well. So just throwing that out there. Let's see. They want to know, Jacob, and this is kind of a personal question. I don't know if you want to answer it. They want to know if you use leverage when you trade.
Well, once again, right? Anybody giving you one answer to your questions is probably lying. There is no one answer. Depends on what your strategy is. If you're scalping on a low time frame, you're obviously going to have to use some leverage because you're going to have to be able to capitalize on those smaller movements. But if you're trading on like a 1 hour chart, I probably wouldn't use any leverage at all. I think that you could get by, well, I'm referring to crypto. In the crypto markets, there's enough volatility that where you don't really need to use leverage. You actually don't need to use leverage at all, even on the 1 minute charts. But if you have like a super, like a scalping strategy where you're just like scalping super small moves, you might need to use like
0.2%.
Yeah, like you might need to maybe use like, I don't know, 25x leverage. But in Forex, the reason why most brokers offer leverage is because of that. The moves in the Forex markets are so small. Like we're talking like 0.03% moves.
Right. Yeah, 3% is crazy in Forex.
No, 0.03.
No, I know. I'm saying a 3% move in Forex is.
I don't even think that's possible, dude. Like it doesn't happen. Like that's why most brokers offer up to 500 leverage because you have to have leverage to really make money in the Forex markets. And H2 OBURY Mat1, we do not offer lifetime memberships, and the reason for that is because we have a very long-term vision, and personally I just don't see how we could operate long-term offering a lifetime membership. We have a lot of expenses, and with that we do have to, our business model is only alive strictly based on the fact that we have recurring payments. So unfortunately,
in a month is, I mean, if it's like with anything. It's like with any expense you have. If you have an internet bill, if you have a phone bill, it's improving your life to the point where it's paying for itself. So if you're paying $87 a month and you're making with this algorithm more than $87 a month, then it's worth it. I really appreciate the fact that you offer the free trial because like I said, I have paid so much money for indicators that look great. They do a great job presenting it as this awesome thing, and then you take it, you open it up, and it's complete crap. So
I mean, honestly,
I really appreciate your honesty and like your transparency with all this.
Oh, you got a phone call. I just think that's a given for any service that offers some sort of software. Like, in my personal opinion, this isn't fact, but if you're not offering a free trial, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, like, why wouldn't you not let the people try it first? I don't believe that you should
Right.
pay anybody if you don't like what you got. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, from a software standpoint, I mean, obviously, if
Absolutely.
you're going to buy a sandwich from McDonald's, you're going to pay for it because you can't just take a bite and give it back. But I mean, in terms of software, I just don't see why you wouldn't give a free trial. So I think that was a given.
Right. You used to be able to do that at McDonald's, but they actually stopped doing that because of COVID.
That was just an example. I,
I'm
I,
joking, man.
I,
I'm, mess-
I,
I'm
oh,
messing
okay.
with
Pulling my leg or
you.
what?
um, all right, guys. I think we're gonna end this stream here.
How many?
Guys, if you want,
Okay.
how many
No, I
what?
was just reading some of these questions, but if we're ending it then.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna end it, guys. I have to head out. But I really appreciate you being here, Jacob. And if anyone wants to sign up, click the link in the description of the video, and you can get the 14-day free trial. And maybe we'll do this again, man. Like, we'll have to see if people want to hear more and have more questions. We can do another stream sometime. Would you be up for that?
Yeah, I basically just sit here, man. You can call me in
Cool.
10 minutes if you want. So just let me know.
Okay, I'll let you know. All right, guys. Peace, and I'll see you all in the next video.
I guess yeah.